Days for Girls has served 1.5 million girls in 141 countries to date. And that doesn't include 33,000 kids that are going to the Middle East, to the refugees of Somalia and Syria, and some of those war-torn countries. Our kids primarily go to Haiti with Northern Arizona Volunteer Medical Group twice a year, but we're also now supplying Cruzando Fronteras, which is headquartered in Nogales, Arizona, and they serve the migrants coming into Nogales, Mexico, as they await their appointments to get entry into the United States. Days for Girls also supports the formation of what's called an enterprise, and these are small, women-run businesses where they make the products and are able to sell them to gain some income. What they often do is make the shields and the liners and sell those not as a full kit, but just as one item. The smaller shields will fold up into what we call a pod, or a personal object of dignity, and it's a shield and one liner folded together and snapped, and it's ideal for throwing in a purse, a backpack, or a pocket. It's very discreet, brightly colored, and these are often sold to their friends, their neighbors, the women in their villages. And also we make a postpartum kit, which is more liners, because bleeding after you have a baby can go on for a few weeks, so they get more liners, and they get the heavy flow shields as well, the larger shields. In Kenya alone, the introduction of Days for Girls kits took the menstrual absentee rate in girls from close to 30% to about 3% in 1 year. So girls are getting educated, they're able to continue with their studies, better their lives, better their families, and move on through the world, hopefully getting out of the cycle of poverty that so many of them experience. Shelby and I have done probably 99% of the prep work. Shelby and I make a lot of kits, and the kits have 5 pieces each. We cut most of those by machine. We have a die cutting machine that we can run these through and cut 6 to 12 at a time, which is a lot faster than hand cutting a funny shape that has curves on it. And then we make the kits. Many of the volunteers will help sew the little pocket that's on the shield. And then Shelby and I have a system for not only cutting, but we also can, in about 2.5 hours, we can build about 200 kits. So those are ready to go out for sewing. When they come back, I add all the snaps. And it gives me a chance to make sure that the kit is up to standards, because we do have standards that we have to adhere to. So we do a lot of the prep here. The ladies, the volunteers, are the sewers, and I couldn't do this without them. I got involved almost 2 years ago with a little post on Facebook. And I read that article and I thought, I can sew. I know how to run a sewing machine and a serger. I could do that. But when I looked at the volume that was recommended, I went to the Quilting Guild to get some volunteer labor and said, we can do it. Not I can do it, but we can do it. And that's grown from, I think 8 people showed up on our first work day, and 22 showed up on our last work day, and we have 97 on the mailing list. So it's grown exponentially in 2 years. It seems like most of our team are older women. We remember when we needed sanitary products, when we needed pads and tampons. But most of us have passed that age at this point. So it's kind of nice to be able to share that knowledge of when we were young, how we were introduced, and how we dealt with our bleeding.